A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almadria. You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almadria, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almadria?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almadria did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almadria do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almadria resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. there is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. Are you all right?
The floor... it keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings...
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though... maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people. But that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almadria, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadeye. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almadria. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almadria when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almadria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia, the lush green glades of Menancia, the harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually managed to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Danans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Danans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Danans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almadria. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up! Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. Ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almadria.
Shion, I want to thank you.
What brought this on?
What you said helped to calm me.
Don't mention it.
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahag-Sar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almadria plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute... That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought it was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Shion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Hurricane thrust!
Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! Dragon form!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Do it! Leave the front! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Dragon form!
Raging storm!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Gotta break through! On my lord! Ignite!
Confiscated!
Fire support!
Glacial spear!
Take down their defenses!
Kisara frozen!
Hammer!
Hammond flame of
Now!
fury!
Take this!
Where are you going?
Almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my guest! Eternal devastation!
Now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Got it! That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
It's over!
These ones have run rings around us.
Ignite! You're mine!
Healing circle! Flame of fury! Sweet dreams!
Here I come!
Water!
I owe you one. Try this! Explosive ring!
Glacial fire! Not on my watch! Burning
Dragon form!
Now!
Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Hey, look at that enemy.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Dragon form! Can't get out of this! We're not finished! Dragon form!
Hurricane strike!
This one's all mine!
Where are you going?
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that. Astral energy, full throttle!
Water, hear my call!
You picked the wrong fight!
Here's
Not
evil!
again!
Hurricane strike!
Dragon form!
Do it!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Will this help?
Swallow blade!
Astral energy!
Flash!
Healing circle!
I owe you one.
Fire
I can carve through
Burning This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Step back! This one's all law!
It's over! This one's all mine!
Do it!
My turn! Damn it! It's too fast! I'll trip it up!
Do it! Shield! Go for it! Prepare to crumble! Our work is done here. Let's move. Out of our way! Ready to go! Where are you going?
Eternal devastation! I won't show you any mercy!
Now you see what I can do!
Can't get out of this! It's on!
They do it! Lock!
Demons descend! Flashing bang!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now!
Hurricane
Anything in armor is all mine!
I'm only getting to sleep
This
now.
one's
Take this!
Not on my watch!
Lunar Rongo! Mirage! Dragon Explosive ring! Can't get out of this!
Now you've gone and ticked me off!
Burn!
Shield!
You won't make a fool of me!
I'm
Dragon Form!
Denied!
I'm only getting started! I'm cold all day!
Dragon Form!
Magic is there!
Explosive ring!
Do it! Xion, astral energy! Full throttle!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Dispose of the trash.
Thanks. Hurricane
Radiant Storm! This one's not
Dragon Form!
Choose the other!
Dragon!
Flying free! What can they still?
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Take this!
Can't get out of this!
Do it! Lightning already! Not on my watch!
Lunarunga!
This one's mine!
Dragon Form!
This one's mine! Glacial Spear! Pierce evil!
Mirage!
Going in! Full vortex now!
We managed to pull through.
Now you'll learn!
I never miss!
You're off!
Here I come! Crush!
You'll pay for what you did!
You got damage!
Radiant, look here!
Dragon Form! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hurricane Flight!
Soaring Rock Spin!
Take this! Armor won't save you! No further!
Look shot!
Dragon!
Hurricane Flight!
Hurricane
Look
Shot!
shot!
Mirage! Pierce through!
Not on my watch! Dance is the wind!
Eternal Devastation!
Sleep now!
Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Fire! More with that!
I feel so hot.
You should sit this one out.
And miss all the sun. No way.
I'll pick you up!
This is looking good.
Their arcs were
Charge like that
interrupted.
could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm
You
here to
won't
stop.
get away with that! I'll bring you back from death to birth!
You picked the wrong fight!
Look shot!
Take this!
Look shot! Guardian Field!
I still got to fight
You
that
can use a
war.
hand.
Here's the
Anything in
healing
armor is all mine.
Lightning orb! Raging cascade!
No
further!
Sleep now!
Far enough!
There! I'll be saving this one!
Gravitas field!
Lightning orb! More where that came from! Raging lightning!
Eternal devastation!
Dance in the wind!
I'm taking too much damage! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Gemini Alpha!
This should do it!
I'm ready to go!
Try harder! Mentor! Timber!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
I feel sprightlier than before. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here's evil!
Burn in hell!
Raging
Now you see what I can
do!
do!
It! Hurricane strike!
Dragon!
Conquering!
This one's mine!
It's too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up. Can't get out of this!
Time to shine!
Dragon Swarm!
Make it rain!
Frozen!
Hammer! Water! Hear my flow! More
Swallow
with that
blade!
time!
Burn!
Hurricane strike!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zeugles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
It looks and smells like some kind of medicine.
Whatever this place was used for, I doubt it was anything of repute.
Right, here goes! For my lord! Dragon Form! What is this?
Glacial Spear! This one's mine!
In here!
Where are you going?
I'll take my revenge on
energy, airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for you.
In an instant! Impact block! An astral art?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! It's almost too strong!
Split it open!
Be my
This
guest!
one's mine! Armor won't save you!
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Here, let me help! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm! Slash! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Suicide is over! Here, let me help!
Dragon
Here
Swarm!
goes! Annihilate!
Take
Where
this!
that came from!
Dragon Swarm!
Water astral energy! Lunar corruption!
Going in!
Eternal Tempest! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning meteor!
No escape!
Look sharp! I'm ready! There! Far enough!
Take
this!
More with that! I never miss!
You picked the wrong fight!
Make it way!
Commander of Heavens!
Phoenix Cyclone! Looks like we got them all.
Do you sense one of your friends?
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almadria sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almadria's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegis?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegis and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almadria may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? My head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almadria.
Do my best! Bring him down! Armor won't save you!
No further!
Watch the range attack!
You've got spirit!
Time to shine!
Be still! Megasonic blast! You're finished!
This one's
Nicely done.
Go no further!
You airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Take that! Its armor's too strong!
Now, split it open!
Be my guest! Dragon Swarm! Look sharp! Dazzle!
Make it break!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Do my best!
For my lord!
This one's mine!
Eat this! Where's Rocket?
You'll have no mercy!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Radiant going in! Charge
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! No, try this!
In a bind?
Dragon Swarm!
On guard!
This one's all mine!
Here goes!
Not today! I can carve through armor!
Hurricane Mega Ray! On guard!
I'll teach you respect! Slash! Swallow Blade! You're mine!
Now!
It's you!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Hey, I'm pretty lucky. No choice.
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Time to crust! Wind astral energy! Power of water!
You're mine!
Flame of dream!
You think that shield will save you?
Here, let's go!
Dragon Swarm!
Raging storm!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hurricane Strike!
Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Make it rain!
Dragon
Frozen!
Hammer! Not a chance!
Photon blast! Steering flame!
Denied! Dragon
We require a hand.
Swallow Blade!
If it's in the
Dragon
sky...
Don't get careless.
Looks like we've spotted one of Poodle's friends.
Out of my way!
Now you'll learn!
I never miss!
Dragon Swarm!
Flame!
Total devastation!
So much for talking about! In here!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Purge Malevolence!
Not a chance!
Arcane Waterfall!
Mirage!
Here! Freeze Lancer!
Can't get out of this!
Too much to handle?
Eternal devastation!
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
A comfortable win.
Engaging! My shield!
Air thrust!
Burn! We're not kidding! Come on! Internal devastation!
Raging
Here I come!
How about this?
Dragon
Hurricane Blast!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Look sharp! You're mine!
Healing touch! Not in your dreams!
Thanks!
Far enough!
Dragon Swarm!
Thank you.
Slice!
Mega Ray!
Ready and raring!
Blazing Meteor! Where are you going?
Yeah! And pummel
Round and pound!
Make it rain!
Neon! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
On guard! New escape! Dragon Swarm! Megasonic Thrust!
Igneous Death Charge! Water Astral Energy!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
dispose of the trash.
In a bind?
It can hide itself?
Dragon Swarm! Thunder Dragon Swarm! Here, let me help.
Swallow Blade! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Aw, too shy to come over? Here, let me help.
Here!
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine! You're finished!
Molotov shield!
Mega Sonic Thrust! Lightning Thrust!
Denied!
You're out!
Grenade! Armor won't save you! Hurricane Strike! This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Where was that came from?
Hurricane Strike! This one's mine!
All mine! Thanks! Try harder!
Piercing Rock!
Try harder! Not again!
Lightning
Eternal Devastation! Not today! You won't make a fool of me! Swarm! I'll take you this!
What's up? Ignis! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Molotov!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Here's a healing arc!
There you are! Take this! Eternal Devastation!
The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that!
Swallow Blade! Try harder!
Not on my watch!
You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
Let me out! Save you!
Breaking shield! Healing arc!
It's time!
I can't heal you
Not
forever!
today!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Its armor's too strong.
Then I'll split it open!
Be my guest.
Here,
Dragon form! Any more of this will all burn out.
this one's mine! Hear my call!
No!
Here's the evil! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
Out of my way!
Bring him down!
Ignite!
Raging storm! By the power of
Carve through
one! Make it rain! Astral energy!
Say no more.
I lack the energy for healing arts.
Finally, some open space again.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately? Good. This came out just the way I hoped.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Engaging!
Dreams.
Done it!
Lunar corruption.
Going in!
Lightning orb.
Fire support!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Glacial spear. Pierce
Marker.
evil.
Cut!
Freeze laser. Drinking orb.
Lightning
Raging
thrust.
cascade. Water. Hear my call.
Going in!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil.
Dragon Swarm!
Hurricane strike. Barely a blip on our radar. Go no further.
Far enough!
Throbs in pain.
If it's in the sky,
Fire
it's
support.
mine.
Release!
Hurricane strike.
Going in!
You're
Will this help?
Swallow Blade!
This armor's too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest.
Deal?
Appreciate the help. Lunar corruption. I never miss.
Devastation!
Make it rain.
Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard. For all we know, there could be something hiding around here.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Now you'll learn! Raging Storm!
Going in!
Now! Frozen!
Hammer!
Water, hear my call!
You picked the wrong fight!
Wind Astral Energy!
No further!
Glacial Spear! Pierce Evil!
Lunar Arc!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Hey, look at that enemy.
This won't be easy.
Don't be such a
I can carve through armor! Fire support!
Devastation!
Fire in the hole!
Here goes! Get to the
Ignite!
Listen! Ammo! Flaming meteor!
Now! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
I'll heal you all!
An astral arts?
That's my cue.
Shut him down!
Healing circle!
Thanks, Shion.
Going in! Primed and ready to do it!
Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Forgive you!
It's time!
This one's mine! This one's mine! Wind Energy! Those flying creatures are a real pain in the butt!
Armor won't save you!
Aim for the weak
Flaming
spot.
meteor!
First! Radiant Pierce!
Devastation!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Burning Shield in the water! Hear my call! Spread! Burning Shield! Piercing eye!
Hold nothing back! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all!
Crush! Be
Healing
still!
circle! Round and
Hurricane
pound!
Thrust! Megasonic Thrust!
Tiger Blade!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Eternal
Look sharp! Dragon Swarm!
Malevolence!
There.
Dig waterfall! Here!
Here!
Let me
Ready and
hear
ready.
my calls! Hurricane strike! Not my watch! Spread!
This one's Swarm!
Flame
You
of
picked the
fury!
wrong fight!
Dragon
Swarm!
I can carve through armor!
Shield
Let
and
me
haste!
help! Hurricane strike!
Shackle!
This one's
Lunarungo!
Freeze Lancer!
Mirage!
Radiant
Dragon
Spear!
Swarm!
Hurricane strike! One up! Hear my call! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Piercing Roar!
Do
Here
it!
I come! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
Forgive you!
Hurricane Strike! I see what it is! I owe you one!
Its armor's too strong.
Be my guest!
Take
this!
Now! This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash!
This one's mine!
You!
Ground and pound!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or...
No choice! Engaging!
This one's mine!
Roll down!
Dragon Swarm!
Hollow Blade! Eternal Devastation! Fire support!
This one's mine! Mega Ray!
Megasonic Thrust!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! To me!
Rising Phoenix! Rising Phoenix!
Looks like we got them all. Finally, some open space again.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Finally, some open space again.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
I'll do my best!
Engaging!
Dragon Form! Never miss!
It's over!
Leave the target in your dreams! Sword up! Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance!
Here I go! The wind! You're
Leave the
mine!
ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And pummeling to me! Tempest Whirl!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
Little help!
Bring them down! Not today!
Bombardment! Now! Radiant fire support! Make it rain!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance! Mirage! Swallow blade!
I can carve through them! Make it rain!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
If Almadria's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. And on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almadria.
Almeidrea!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidrea.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like a rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Mies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidrea.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of! Nesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite you with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
It's over!
Look out! You're off!
Where are you going? Wait!
I'll smash you!
Ignite!
Reload!
You're
Going
mine!
in! Never let my watch!
Lunar Rondo! Throwing Light Spear!
Let's go in!
Lunar Rondo!
Glacial Spear! I'll bring you back some detriment! Water astral energy! Resuscitation! Forward that! Here's a healing art! Thank you!
Lunar Rondo!
I'll bring you back some
You're on! Dragon Form!
Resuscitation!
Portal Blade! You're mine!
That's right for me.
Fury! Raging power! More where that came from! Annihilation!
Ready and ready! On guard! This one's mine! Fray!
Arctic waterfall!
Power of light!
Lunar
Rondo! Armor won't save you! Ready to go!
Strut!
It's time! Hurricane Thrust! Not today!
Hey, that...
Stay away!
Take it!
Feel that Lion power! Grind and rend!
Raging
I
cascade!
never miss!
Hard steel!
Trust!
Not on my watch! I'll heal you all!
Blaze on fire!
I'm not done!
Look sharp! Hurricane Thrust!
Tear! Soaring Light Spear!
Feel that pain!
Annihilation!
Lunar Rondo!
Lightning condemn!
You're finished!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Lunar Rondo!
Lightning spear!
Far enough!
Here I come! You picked the wrong fight!
Brimming with hatred.
Now you see what I can do!
Dance in the wind!
Mirage!
In here! Got more for the sun! Mega ray!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power!
Get ready! Pierce evil!
This one's mine!
Malevolent!
Try harder!
Arctic waterfall!
It's over!
Glacial fire!
Hey, that's too much to handle!
Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane Thrust!
You're mine! You're finished!
Just try and run! Know your place!
Hold nothing back! Dragon Swarm! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! Carve through armor! Where are you going? Idiot, discharge!
Prepare to be healed! Eat this!
I'm all set!
Supernova!
Can't get out of this!
Gemini Offense! Malevolent!
Soaring Light Spear! Lunar Rondo!
Over?
Come on! You have to hold on!
Right!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! This should do it!
Blaze!
Dragon Swarm! They're attacking separately!
I can't land a hit on her!
Keep an eye on her! And take out the monster first!
I'll smash you!
Dragon Swarm!
She's no stranger to astral art.
I can take care of that.
Yeah, take it away!
Thrust in pain.
Take it!
Not on my watch! Healing circle!
Lunar Rondo!
I never miss! Go now! Lunar corruption! I'll be
Dragon Swarm!
Gemini Aqua!
Eat this!
Annihilation!
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes where suffer!
Celestial Burst!
You'll pay for that!
Ready to go!
Armor won't save you!
Behold my divine power!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Bad.
Wits about you, people! Hurricane strike! Look sharp!
Lightning Orb!
Take this!
More where that came from! Raging cascade!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, you're mine! Recover! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
This one's all mine!
Resuscitation! I'll heal you all!
Not done yet!
Where that came from?
Look sharp!
I owe you one!
You're
mine!
the sky is mine!
Try harder! Now! Take it! Dragon Force!
You could use a hand!
Dazzle! I owe you one! Come on! Lightning thrust! Not today! You're mine! This is looking good! Stay away from my friend!
Her master core. Not while I'm around, she isn't.
Any more of this and I'll burn out!
More for the
Throwing right spear!
Lunar corruption!
Lunar Rondo! Ridwell!
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! I'll end you! Astral energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in, and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again. Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganneth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Xion!
Alvin!
Come and find me, if you truly are the Sovereign. After all this time, I'll be free from this hell. I can finally go home. I doubt I'll ever see this place again. Might as well walk the block once more for old time's sake. As usual, nobody wants to explain anything to me. They just threaten and harass me instead. What does everyone think I am? Some sort of talking pet? They're the ones that dragged me all the way up here in the first place. Bastards. I shouldn't have bothered coming out. Might as well head back to my room. I just wanted to go back. To Dana. To my home.
Alphen.
Leori.
Alphen. Live for me.
No. Leori. No!
Wait, please. Wait, What was that? That... How long ago was that? That's right. Shion. Oh, right. That's what pain felt like. So much for it all being a bad dream. Where am I? Where is everyone? I need to find them. Better start looking.